I've always preached to you guys my three main rules for using your HELOC and what to use it on. But I've thought about this for a while now, and I think it's time to add a fourth. And if you want to know not how to get a HELOC or why to get a HELOC, but what to use your HELOC on or for, you're not going to want to miss this video. Let's get to it. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you didn't already know, my name's Jay Costa. I'm a real estate investor, builder, and agent here in Northern New Jersey. And if you get value out of this video after watching, make sure you watch first. Please smash that like button down below and also consider subscribing because we're slowly building a tight-knit community here of like-minded individuals looking to build wealth in real estate, and more specifically, especially in this video, looking to build wealth in real estate using a HELOC. That is a home equity line of credit. I absolutely love the comments that you leave me down below and all the questions that you ask me. I love to get back to you guys and help in any way that I can. But the number one question that I get is, generally speaking, when is a good time or what should you use your HELOC for? And in previous videos, I've preached the same three rules that I have for HELOC usage and HELOC investing, but I've decided to add a fourth, and I'm going to go over the first three, and we're going to deep dive a little bit into those, each one in particular, and I'm also going to share with you my fourth rule that I just added for when to use your HELOC, and hopefully these now 4 rules on HELOC usage will help you make a decision on whether or not it's a good idea or a bad idea to use that HELOC. So first, let's go over my first 3 main rules for HELOC usage. Number 1, it must be short term. Now, because a home equity line of credit is a variable interest rate loan product or credit line, that interest rate can and will change depending on fluctuations in the market and the economy and what have you. And because of this, it's not really made to be set up or used as a long-term loan product. Because the longer you hold on to that balance on the HELOC, the more risk you're taking on and the more susceptible you are to fluctuations in the market or economic conditions. How short is short term, might you ask? Well, obviously, this is going to depend on a lot of different factors, but generally speaking, me personally anyway, I'd probably not hold a HELOC balance for more than 2 years, especially with the way rates are right now. Because logically speaking, let's say you have a $100,000 HELOC balance that you need to pay off. Well, if you're paying 11% on your HELOC interest rate, that means that if you pay off that HELOC right now, that's a guaranteed 11% return for the year, give or take. That's a pretty good return when you go to compare it to other asset classes. My number 2 rule for HELOC usage is you must have a clear exit strategy. Don't ever take money out of a HELOC and just think, oh, I'll pay it back when I can. That is a recipe for financial ruin. Instead, before taking that HELOC balance out, have a set and specific plan that you're going to pay it back. And make sure you know where the money's coming from that you'll use to pay off the balance. And if you think there's any legitimate way that you're not going to be able to pay off that HELOC balance, simply do not do it. Or at the very least, make sure that you have the cash or the money somewhere that you're able to at least make the difference if you come up short. A great example of this would be using a HELOC to fund a fix and flip real estate investment. Whether you use the HELOC to buy the property outright, to use it as a down payment to purchase that property, use it to fund the renovation costs, anything like that, you're taking the money out of your HELOC, the equity in your home, and putting it into another investment, right? A fix and flip is perfect because it's short term and it's in there temporarily. So what would the exit strategy be in this situation? Well, very obviously, the exit strategy is when you go sell the property. When you sell the property, you get your money back. Hopefully, you make a good profit on it, and you use the profit to pay back the HELOC with the interest that's owed. The fix and flip is the perfect way to use a HELOC in real estate investing and build wealth. Number 3 is never take money out of your HELOC that you don't have somewhere else to pay it back. Now, some of you may disagree with this, but it's obviously going to depend on your risk tolerance and your personal situation. But for me, someone who has a family and children that live in the house that my HELOC's based on, I would never take money out of it that I don't have somewhere else to pay it off in a worst case, shit hits the fan scenario. So if I have $100,000 of a HELOC balance, I make sure that I have that $100,000 somewhere else in another investment or asset, or even in a high yield savings account, somewhere that I could make it liquid and pay off if I have to, if I'm forced to. That way I avoid foreclosure and don't lose my house. See, and that's the tricky part of HELOCs, right? Because you're obviously kind of using your house that your family lives in as like a little bit of a piggy bank. Find that fine line between over leveraging and using your house as an ATM machine and using the equity that you have in order to build wealth quicker than you would have been able to without that HELOC, without that equity. But hey, that's just me. If you disagree, drop a comment in the comment section down below and let me know why. That brings me to my number 4 new rule that I just added, okay? Because from now on, it's going to be the 4 main rules for HELOC usage and HELOC investing. And that is only use it on something that's either going to make you money or save you money. If it doesn't at least make or save you money, do not use your HELOC for it. Things like certain investments, specifically real estate investments where there's a physical asset backing the investment, are perfect for a HELOC. Or even using a HELOC to consolidate consumer debt can be a good way to use it as well, as long as you trust yourself to diligently pay it off and not get back into the same overspending habits or whatever your situation is that got you all that debt in the first place. And when you answer that, you need to have an honest conversation with yourself and answer that question whether you truly trust yourself or not. But that means you should not be using it on something like improving your home, doing a new kitchen, a bathroom, an addition, whatever. That's one of the most common things I'm seeing from you guys in the comment section down below. For some reason, a lot of people think that because you're using the equity of a home in order to improve that home, that like somehow it's free or it's a smart idea. That's not how it works. This is basically equivalent to any sort of consumer debt. And actually, in a lot of ways, it's worse because you're convincing yourself that you're somehow getting richer or building wealth this way. Whatever you spend that money on the improvement of the home, you're not going to get back what you put into it, first and foremost. And second, when you go sell the property in the future, the new kitchen, the new bathrooms, whatever, is not going to be new anymore anyway. So if you want to improve your home in some way, do it because you want to, okay? Or do it even because you need to, but don't do it because you just think that it is a good, smart investment. It's not an investment at all. Now, if you liked this video, you'll love my many other HELOC investing videos. I'll put a link to the playlist in the description as well as up here in the corner. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, these 4 rules will help you decide whether or not you should use your HELOC on something or not use it on something, whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. But yeah, if there's anything you agree with or disagree with, drop a comment in the comment section down below and let me know. Would love to start a conversation with you. And if you have any questions as well, you could always drop a comment down below or go to my website, realjcosta.com, where you can contact me directly. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you next time.